In this video we're going to talk about inverse function in a physical sense. Now we have volume of a sphere of radius r. What is actually our input? Our input is represented like as a letter r, but actually, because we're talking about volume, it's radius. And what is our output? Because this formula gives us volume, output is actually volume right here. Volume, which represented with letter V. Now we have to find the inverse function for the volume. And if our original function volume was equals to 4 thirds pi r cube, now what we have to do? We have to find radius in terms of V, in terms of volume. And in order to do this, we multiply by 3 everything, and to cancel this 3 and divide by 4 pi. 4 pi. Now what we have, actually we have, because this one cancels, we have 3v over 4 pi equals r cube. Now let's flip them, and to get radius we just have to use cube root of both sides. And now what we have radius equals cube root of 3v over 4 pi. Now by using inverse function notation, we have, and in function notation our inverse function looks like f superscript -1 of our new variable, which is in our case now volume, and the result is just what we found, cube root of 3v, v is a volume like a variable, over 4 pi. Now what is actually our input in this function? Our input, like you can see, volume. Input is a volume. And what is our output? Because our answer will give us radius, is just radius. Now which function we have to use if the radius of this, if we know the radius of the sphere? And if we know the radius of the sphere, is just first function right here. We can plug in radius and find the volume. It means just our function, original function. And if we know volume, which function gives us the radius? It's actually right before us. The output is radius for the inverse function. Now what does this mean? F inverse of V equals to 5. As we know that our inverse function gives us the radius, it means 5 is the radius. Now by knowing this, we can use original function right here and find actually volume when radius is 5, and volume equals 4 thirds pi r, which is now 5 cubed, and we have 4 thirds, you cannot see, 4 thirds pi 125, it's 5 cubed. And let's simplify it, we have 500 over 3 pi, and this is exact answer. If we want to approximate, we just plug in this number to calculator, and it will give us approximation, which is equal to 3 multiplied by pi, 523.6, and what is it? It's cubic units. Because we don't know exactly, we can write like cubic units. This is our volume. That's it.